The woods can be dense for our acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. Leave it alone. The dog likes to follow my kitty cats around. It's my niece's dog. My niece's dog. I'm going to turn off the light because I look orange. I don't like that. Makes me look like a cartoon. Zippity, zippity, zip. Pink cloud. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. I don't know about where you live, but nice, bright, and sunny in Colorado. After all that rain, it's nice and green out there. My lawn's looking good. Lawn's looking good. What a nice... All the people that pass by say, what a nice looking lawn that man has. I'm making shit up. So, I said yesterday that we were going to talk about the pink cloud today. So here we are. I usually get started around the 3-minute mark. So, what is up, Mr. JP? How are you, brother? Howdy. And we're going to cover what the pink cloud is, what happens, the dangers of the pink cloud. So my wife gave this to me. It's a back scratcher. Watch. Look at that. Isn't that just fucking cool? Look, it goes further. Just wait. Further. Hold on. There's more. Put away that pocketbook. There's more. Watch. Ooh, look at that. Wow. I'm only wasting time till the 3-minute mark. There it is. So, this is my pointer. Okay. That lot, everybody took off. Everybody left. All right, I'm going to let one person know I'm live and we're going to get started. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to have a good time. Okay, let's get started. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be talking today, doing the host duties. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Give me 1 second here. No, it's not used, but it's like it. Anyway, all right. So it doesn't quite talk about it, but I know it well enough. I know what it says. So let's go ahead and get started. The pink cloud. Not everybody gets one. I don't know. Did you get a pink cloud? Let's find out what the pink cloud is. So, the pink cloud can happen a couple of different ways. One could be an alleviation, right? Hi, Amber, live from the mountains. Decide to go up the hill. Good for you. Good for you, jerk. The pink cloud usually comes from alleviation. It's a type of freedom. And it usually comes with the third step promises. You're going to know a new peace. you're going to know a new happiness. And that's what the pink cloud is. You're experiencing some new emotions. You're experiencing some not only new emotions, but very good new emotions. This is probably, it's too dark in here. Fuck it. I'll be orange. You know, because the thing is all of our lives we have felt down, we have felt beaten, we have, you know, we've had so many problems that nothing out there could do anything with it. That was too bright. What I need to do is just get the cover on that thing and not worry about it right now. It's one of those where it's getting brighter. See, this is where I become fickle. So I'm going to turn it back off. So what has happened is you went through step one, right? Where you admitted that you were powerless over a substance, we were powerless over food or whatever ism it was. And this thing had total control of your life. I mean, total control of your life. You know? And yeah, that's what it was like, huh? Thank you. Yeah. Where were you on the night of September 1st, 1963? Liar. Okay. I do have a reading for this. So why don't we get to the reading? It just turned out, I was flipping through as Bill season. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of like the pink cloud, right? And it's called After the Honeymoon. So the pink cloud puts you up here. I'm going to tell you something. You don't want to stay there. You do not want to stay there. Okay? So you've been relieved of these things, but if you do not have a solid third step, you're going to fall flat on your freaking face. And it's going to hurt. It might take you back out to the drink. It might send you back out to the drink. Really, dude? Can you guys hear that? I have to get up again. Kevin! Usually that works, but I actually say usually I got up and here I am. So, okay. So what's going on is you're elevated, you're excited, you're happy, you know, you're getting those same feelings that you got the first time you went and rode a roller coaster. There we are. See, when I say, and I say this quite a lot, you cannot experience something new twice. So when people say, oh, I'm on like my fourth pink cloud, that is dangerous. And no, you're not. You're lying to yourself. What you're doing is you're going back to that day. And you're reliving that day. That's called resting on our laurels. Okay? The pink cloud is fantastic, though. Okay? If and when you have your pink cloud, enjoy it while you can. Because this too shall pass. And if your feet are not firmly placed on the ground, it will hurt. It's already going to feel like it sucks. But really, we don't want to be up here. That's not conducive. Okay? So we have to remember we are extremists, even when it comes to our emotions. Hi, Mandy. Good to see you. Okay? So if we have, let's just call it depression, so we have something to gauge, right? And then we have our pink cloud. Okay? See how extreme that is? Let's go this way instead. Okay? Well, we want to take these things and we want to meet in the middle. Watch what happens. What's in the middle? God's in the middle. Serenity. Okay? So when I say that happiness is not the goal, happiness isn't the goal. Happiness is the dividend for doing something esteemable. That's the difference, right? So I'm going to read out as Bill sees it, page 216, in case anybody wants to follow along. I don't know too many people that actually have this book. So, after the honeymoon, for most of us, the first years of AA are something like a honeymoon. Yeah, right? And you'll hear some old timers say, I really wish I was 30 days sober again because the feeling is different. There it is. Because what are they saying? They want to recapture the old days. And I understand that. I remember my pink cloud. It was nice. I felt very elated. I felt like I could tackle the fucking world. It was nice, but not conducive to long-term sobriety. Right? The having a lot of excitement in your life as an alcoholic or an addict can be kind of dangerous. Okay? And the reason is because when things go good for me, what does my brain want to do? It wants to celebrate. And how do I celebrate? Alcohol. All right? That doesn't mean don't be excited. That doesn't mean don't be happy. It's not what I'm saying. But I'm going to tell you something. Serenity is better than happiness. Because with serenity, I still get to be happy. But I'm not so excited that my thoughts are intruding on what's going on. That's what happens. Then I start to get excited. Then this starts to go, okay, then we do this, this, and this, and this, and this. And now it's no longer simple. Okay? And that's where I tend to do things. I tend to, even when it comes to the good things in my life that I want to do, I end up making them too big, like the event, right? I made it too big. I didn't keep it simple. Okay? And I learned from that. I learned that I'm going to keep it all online now. All right. There is a new and potent reason to stay alive. Joyful activity aplenty. For a time, we are diverted from the main life of problems. That is all to the good. Okay? So, in the big book, it says that we have so many problems that nothing could ever seem to solve them. Then we come into the program, we do some work, and we find out that a lot of our problems were made up. And so most of them just disappear because they weren't real. You go talk to somebody and we were fighting. You're like, no. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, nothing happened in between us. I just haven't seen you in a while. Oh. I've been through that. Been learning that. There's some people I haven't talked to in a while. Are you mad at me? No? Okay. And I haven't done that in a while. I've stopped doing it. Because I figured out if they are upset with me, then sooner or later, if they're my friend, then they're going to reach out and I'll talk with them. Absolutely. All right. But when the honeymoon has wore off, we are obliged to take our lumps like other people. At some point, reality is going to come back and life is going to start to happen. And if you're up here, you're not going to be able to work on it. You're not going to be able to see it. You're not going to be able to see it because you're too excited. You're too happy. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up on it. This is just information. This is what I've seen and my own experience. So this is where the testing starts. I don't agree with the testing. No. Let's admit this is where the work starts. I'd rather say that. Okay. Because God does not test my sobriety. No, I do that. God doesn't make me go walk down the grocery aisle with all the alcohol in it. I'm doing that to myself. And I'm going to tell you something. Don't do it. That's just silly. It's silly. I'm not going to say it's stupid because it's not. I get where you're going. And you want to be proud of yourself. But how about you just go get your ramen and leave instead? Can you be proud of that? Oh, I never even went into the aisle. Ah, because see, we have to become neutral with our disease. We have to become neutral. And if you are forcing yourself to walk down that aisle, you are fighting. You are taking control. Guess what's going to happen? Maybe the group has pushed us onto the sidelines. Maybe difficulties have intensified at home or the world outside. Then the old behavior patterns reappear. How well we recognize and deal with them reveals the extent of our progress. So the pink cloud usually happens around the third step. But what's next? What's next? The work, the fourth step, the fifth step, 4 through 9 is what's going to happen next. And that is where you're going to start to discover on how to solve your problems, on how you act with life instead of react. See, that was my problem. I was always reacting to life. When all I really had to do was take 2 more seconds and think on it. 2 seconds is your brain is forever. Right? Hey, Gary, good to see you. So it says here then the old behavior patterns reappeared. So what happens is that pink cloud ends, and this is when this happens. Oh shit, everything's real. Fear. Okay. Well, I was up here and I felt like everything was okay. It's not okay. Okay. So what has really happened? You have been freed of some part of your selfishness, as what has happened. Okay. Now, instead of just thinking about yourself, you're also thinking about other people. And my friends, that comes with benefits. And what you're really feeling is gratitude. That's what you're feeling. You just don't know it yet because it's the first time. Okay? You're not being grateful. Gratitude is a state of being. It is just like happiness. It is the dividend for doing the right thing. So what happens? We get that, and guess what? As people with addictions, what do we want? More. And that's when we have to say, hey, calm down, slow down. Let's not shout from the rooftops or people are going to run away from you. Okay? Love the attitude. I do. Pink clouds are awesome, man. It's where the change takes place. Okay? But if we let people know that that's going to pass, that's okay too. Yeah. It's usually about time when people say things like, it feels different. And they say it feels different because they don't know how to describe gratitude yet. Okay? It's also humility. Humility and gratitude, they're synonymous, man. They go together. And the wise have always known that no one can make much of his life until his self-searching becomes a regular habit. Until he is able to admit, accept what he finds, until he patiently and persistently tries to correct what is wrong. Okay. Sounds like a lot of 10th steps there, right? It's because it is, right? It's also 4 or 5. And what they're talking about there, see, that is the pink cloud, and it's not the pink cloud. But it had that honeymoon phase in it. And really, that's what that is. Because what happens when you're in a relationship We call it the honeymoon phase. What does that mean? That means you're discovering. You're discovering new things about that person. Well, in this honeymoon phase, you're learning more about yourself and the way that you work. So that when situations arise, you intuitively will know how to handle them. Where's your intuition? In your tummy. See how all that connects? When you're in your pink cloud, it's not in your head, is it? No, your tummy's happy. You feel enlightened. I never feel it here. I feel it here. That's right. I mostly feel like right here, where my diaphragm is. Is that where your diaphragm is? Yeah. Here by some of my internal organs, but not my gallbladder because it's not there. No. They took it from me. All right. So what's going to happen is you're going to want more of that. And you're going to get a little frustrated because it's not going to happen immediately. Well, it might not. But what we need to do is we need to be persistent and I know the word persistent and consistent. There we go. Persistent and consistent. So, about taking a look at ourselves. And that doesn't always have to be bad. When we look at ourselves, it doesn't need to be bad. Growth is not bad. Okay? But really the only way that growth is going to come about is if you try something, that you try something new. Because all my best thoughts got me here. Huh? Meow, 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 meow. I've been fucking with him since he was a kitten, so he takes it. He takes it. This is the Ronin, huh? He's also the one where he gets so excited when I pet him that he will start to bite me. That would be such a cute picture. Thanks for stealing my show. Huh. All right. I just don't feel like I'm done. Let's do a daily reflection real quick. Let's talk about it real quick. I don't know. Some says I'm not done. Been trying to get down to the heart of the matter. July 1st, the principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Right? So let's just go ahead and turn to page 60 of Alcoholics Anonymous. Kitty. Here we are. Many of us exclaimed, "What an order! I can't go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. Oh, that's hilarious. That's funny, John. All right. So, and what do they talk about? What an order. What is that? The 12 steps. Oh my gosh, so much work. There is a lot of work. And I tell you what you're going to get when you're done with it. You're going to get something better than the pink cloud. Yes, it gets better. The pink cloud ain't shit compared to a 12-step done right. It doesn't compare. See, what you got was a little bit of a taste of what's really going to happen. Oh, Shane just coming to you live from a treehouse Airbnb. Oh, fun, man. Oh, fun. Good for you, Shane. Good for you. I'm really happy that you're back on our team, dude. I've missed you. But you've been doing so much good. I've just been leaving you alone. I've been leaving you alone. Shane, I don't want to call him a normie. He's got problems. Kidding. But he's one of those people who have giving hearts, man. And he's been with Trudging Together since I started it. So, all right. So, no, we're not going to make anything like. So, when we say that we're not perfect, that's what we get the 10th step for. You have the right to be wrong as long as you correct it. Okay? And if you do that immediately, you're going to find your life getting a little bit easier. Because then you're not going to go to bed thinking, well, that person pissed me off and this and this and that. Okay? So, and I kind of go back and forth. So let's just, okay. The point is that we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. There's that willingness again. Okay. The point, okay, the principles we have set down are guides to progress. Okay. The principles. We'll get to the principles. Yeah, there we go. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. I hate this line because I don't hate it, but I don't like it because we only seem to listen to the last part, perfection. Okay. I don't need to sit here and tell you I'm not perfect. You know that. Okay. I don't need to do that. You already know I'm human. You know I'm going to make mistakes. I know you're going to make mistakes. I'm going to actually trust in the fact that you're going to fuck up. Why? Because you're human. And then when you when that does happen, I'm going to be there for you so that you know that it's okay to fuck up. Yes, Emma, thank you. And good to see you. Yes, it's perfect the way it is. That's where you need to get to on that. All right. It's pretty rad, but yes, I'm far from yeah. So maybe let's just not talk about perfection. Okay. There's only one thing in this world that's perfect, and that's God. Okay. So I strive to be like God in his perfection. I strive. Will I ever achieve it? No. Because if I ever achieved it, what else would I be seeking? If I become perfect, I have nothing else to seek. And then I might as well just be dead. Yes, your son is perfect. I will agree to that. Absolutely. All right. So what I'm going to do real quick here, if I can find it, drop the rock. That is what this is called. Okay, it is a self-help book. Okay. Remember what I've told you about self-help books. They do not work until you know how to help yourself. Get through the steps first. I only keep this thing around because it gives me the principles. Because like people complain that there's only 2 paragraphs. Actually, there's 4 paragraphs on 6 and 7. Okay, but don't. I'm going to tell you why. Because we got to keep it simple. That's why. Okay. I will not let my sponsees read this before I work with them. Huh, John? I won't. No. Because it's going to send you in a different direction. I'm not saying this book isn't good, but really a child could have wrote it. No shit. Just let it go. That's all this book's about. Letting go. Okay? But if you don't know how to let go, it does you no good. Okay. So there's a principle behind each step. Okay? So we have the 12 principles. Step 1 is honesty. Got to be honest with ourselves when we come into the program. Isn't it weird that the first principle is honesty and we are the furthest thing from honest? Yeah. So what are we talking about? As honest as they can be. There's that trust again. I'm going to trust that he's probably lying. How much did you drink yesterday? I had 6, so they had 12. You know this. I know this. Okay? Honesty. Step 2 is hope. Step 2 is hope. Peace out, Shane. Love you, brother. Thanks for stopping by on your vacation. I appreciate it. I love you. So hope is step 2. Okay? And we get that hope by seeing other people in the program going through the same things that we are, but succeeding. That's where hope comes from. Okay? You are also going to become a hopeful person. By step 3 and 4, you are no longer a hopeless alcoholic. Not if you are convinced about step 3, you are no longer a hopeless alcoholic. Now you're a hopeful alcoholic. All right. Step 3 is faith. Makes sense, right? Step 4 is courage. Yep. Why is it courage? Because step 4, it needs to be done thoroughly and fearlessly. Fearlessly. Step 5 is integrity. Integrity. We're going to let this other person know exactly the things that we have done in our lives, and we're going to admit it to God too. Step 6 is willingness. You'd think that'd be way back at the beginning, huh? No, step 6 is all about willingness. We're talking about all those coveted character defects that we wanted to hold on to. Okay, and so the willingness is just the process that you're using to let go of these things. I'll get to that, Emma. Step 7 is humility. Okay, and step 7 is humility because it's all about God. Humbly, we're humbling. Step 8, brotherly love. Your amends. We're starting to make amends. You know what? I hurt these people. I affected them. I need to go to them and say, hey, I did you wrong. I'm changing. I'm changing. Step 9, justice. And it isn't your justice. It's other people's justice. You're giving justice away. Yeah, isn't that cool? By going in and admitting it, what you're doing is you are setting right what was wrong. That is justice. Step 10, perseverance. Okay, so in the 10th step is the first of the maintenance steps. And it's, for me, the most important one because without step 10, I don't have 11 and 12. If I'm doing step 10, then 11 and 12 are going to fall in naturally. Step 10 just means I'm going to continue righting any wrongs as I go along. Step 11, spiritual awareness. We're going to be adding meditation into what we do. Okay, we're going to do what we can to become even closer to God. And of course, step 12 is service. All right, it's getting a little long, so I want to see put up what Emma was saying here, and then I will wrap up. I just did a tarot card, got the 3rd of Pentacles, symbolizes successful teamwork. A group of different people has come together to achieve an early success. Pretty accurate. Yeah, Absolutely. And, and that's what's neat, because you are actually part of a successful team. I mean, just because you're in Ireland doesn't mean that you can't be a part of trudging together. So, Emma, if you ever want to do stuff with trudging together, let me know. We've got a wide world, and I think we're gonna be sticking everything online too. And I think you'd be a great team member. So yeah, I've just been giving it a little bit of time. I'll also be asking you shortly if you'll be tell your story. I just might have a little bit more time. Hey, isn't that neat? I think that's so cool that I got friends all over the world. Maybe one day I'll actually be able to meet you guys and stuff. Um, yeah, Emma, what's at me or whatever's cheapest, and I'll get you hooked up with what we do. Absolutely, because why not? Why not trudge together in Ireland also? Why not? You know, if that's where God takes us, that's where God takes us, man. So, um, but Emma, just like Amber, you're kind of like a daughter to me. So, um, you guys can talk on face of the book as well. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. So, um, yeah, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you want to be a part of trudging together, you can. All you have to do is reach out, let me know, and what you kind of like to do. If you want to do podcasting, if you want to help, if you want to help us find speakers, if you want to do some back end work, maybe you want to set up an online event, we'd be happy to host it and help you out. If you want to start your own meeting, we're set up for it. Amber is starting a Emma's my granddaughter. No, she's older, so I can have more than one daughter. uh, um, yeah, so that's always available, right? You need help. Yeah, so yeah, Amber is starting a meeting, and if you do start your own meetings, as long as I'm not using it, you can use my Zoom. If you're part of the Trudging Together team, you can use my Zoom. It's not mine. It's Trudging Together. It's all that I have. I have a sponsee in India. People have sponsees in Brazil. Don't tell me. Uh, so this whole thought process of staying online with Trudging Together, I think I'm getting my answers now, and God is saying yes, yes, because like I was doing this event and stuff, and not everybody could be a part of it, and that sucked. But if I do an online one, then all my friends can show up. That's why I'm doing it. So my friends and I can do stuff together. It's recovery. All right, I've been yakking almost 40 minutes. Uh, Me and Emiliano are making collector cards. Maybe what we need to do is we need to get us all in one group. Amber, let's do this for your group with the idea that you had. Let's just make a private Facebook group, for us, just for our little team that seems to be growing every freaking day. That way, because otherwise it's going to get out of control. So that might be a good idea for all of us. So that's where we can put our ideas and things like that. Yeah, let's do that. Private only, invite only. So yes, everybody here, you're invited, of course. That would be awesome. If you could do that, take 5 minutes, put it together, do some inviting. That would be awesome. Yeah, I do too. And I wish our 3 p.m. group would pick one. Just pick one. Pick up my phone in the morning. I'm like, You have 15 million text messages from that one thing. It's always Dave. Oh, Amber, if you can't do it, I'll just go ahead and do it right after this. It takes me 3 minutes to set up a Facebook group. It really isn't so. Oh, well, there's a key to that. Turn the notifications off. I do not have the notifications on. Nope. That would drive me crazy. I would get mad. I'd be like, and I'd get on there, I'd be like, you guys need to shut the fuck up. So I turn off the notifications so I don't do that. So, but oh well, you're up in the mountains. So you can't do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. So people should be expecting some invites from a private group, right? I'm probably just going to call it Trudging Together Peeps or something. And it's just where we can go and communicate as a team. Awesome? Cool. Awesome. All right. I'll do that next. And don't worry about who creates it, things like that. Everybody going to be admins, but it will be private, and it is going to be invite only. Okay. And that part can't be all inclusive for reasons. There's reasons. All right. Fuck it, 20 minutes to an hour. Should I just do another one? Kidding. There you go. That's the one I'll use. Trudging Together Fellows. Works for me. It's just the name of a group. So, and nobody's going to, it's not for public eyes, so it's not like it matters. All right. I love you guys. Shane's probably like he's not here, but he's like, another part of another group. These people stop. It's just a great way to communicate when people are all over the place. All right. I love you guys. Peace out. And yeah. And have a day.